Today we're talking about Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Tom Holland's haircut. So what I'm going to do is I took some screenshots from the actual trailer and I'm going to break down his haircut because I know many of you may want to understand his haircut. It's actually quite simple, and I've done a number of Tom Holland haircuts very, very similar to this. You can go back on my channel and browse and just search Tom Holland, the salon guy, and you'll see all of them. But let's jump into it and break it down. So this is more towards like the opening scene from the trailer right here. Now, one thing that it's important to note is that if you see right here, okay, the length of his hair. So the length of his hair while it's wet is like level to his eyes, and that's in the very, very, very front, which usually is the longest point right into here, which means that when his hair is wet or damp like this, that hair is stretched out, so it's going to be at its longest state. That's how long the hair has to be for it to even look like that. And keep in mind, when it's dry, the hair is going to shrink up a bit. So you need to understand that in order to have this type of style, the longest point, which is usually right in the center, has to be to this area right in through here, okay? Now, here's another screenshot I took from the trailer of him walking into a building. Now, what's important to note here is the length, and how you can see it goes from shorter to longer. There's the nape line right there, cut right to the bottom of the neck, pretty standard. And then it gradually goes up from shorter, blending into longer. As you can see right there, it's the longest point. So to me, I would say it goes from maybe like an inch, right? An inch in length in the very, very bottom, and then it gradually gets a little bit longer and blends into this medium length here, which looks to be about, I'd say, let's see, maybe 4.5, 5 inches, and the whole entire top of the head is probably that same exact length. So all the sides into here are probably a good 1.5 inches or so, inch and a half to 2 inches, 3 inches, and it all just kind of works in throughout the top, all right? And then lastly, I have one more right here, which this is a really, really good shot right there of his hair, where you can see the length into here again. There's that 1.5 inches or so blending in. And then here is the longest point. That's always crucial to these types of haircuts. The very, 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 very front, the very top, but especially the front, as you saw when I first went over it, is the longest point. Now, you can't really see the length of his hair because it's kind of pushed up and pushed back. But if you were to bring this down, it's going to come to about right there, okay? Right to probably where the eyebrow is. But that's in the very, very front. So it goes shorter in the back, in through here, rounding out, going into a longer haircut. And again, here, it's not like it's, you know, faded really, really short. It's not like a number 2 guard or 3 guard. It's like, this is all pretty much done by hand. So if you are, I would say, like, go to your stylist, your barber, whoever, watch the trailer, take screenshots, whatever it is, and then show them. And what's key to understand is you have to let them know, like, hey, I don't want like the hair buzz on the sides. I don't want the hair buzz in the back. I just want like a somewhat traditional haircut where the front comes down to here or even right here. I can brush it back a little bit if I want, side part. This is just tapered very, very nicely, like kind of like a gentleman's cut. That way, you know, they understand that. Make sure you go to somebody who really is familiar with doing full scissor cuts. Going to a barber shop and they whip out the clippers right away, I'd be a little bit cautious of that. There are many barbers who are great with scissor work and vice versa, all right? So I would just make sure you're very clear with what you want. And, you know, you could, from what it looks like, you can use a whole variety of products. Any by products would work for this type of hairstyle. So let me know if you saw the movie. Let me know if, you know, you're a huge Spider-Man fan. Who's your favorite superhero? I'd love to know. Who's got the best hair? Would you like to see a hairstyle of another, you know, superhero? Let me know in the comments below. You could also, again, go on my channel here and search Tom Holland, the salon guy, and you'll see like a handful of haircuts I've done about Tom Holland's hair. Use code YouTube20, that's YouTube20 if you want 20% off and free shipping in the United States on orders with a value of over $50 at shop.thesalonguy.com.